It's Monday, September 8th, 2025, and I'm Dave Sobel. 4 things to know today. The U.S. job market hits a stall while AI hiring heats up. Small businesses lose confidence in marketing despite bigger budgets. Tariffs disrupt tech pricing and delay PC upgrades. Broadcom tightens its grip on VMware, forcing a choice. And there's an MCP server for Autotask with a twist. This is the business of tech. The U.S. labor market showed signs of stagnation this summer, with employers adding only 22,000 jobs in August, significantly below expectations. The unemployment rate slightly increased to 4.3%, indicating a decline in both hiring and job seeker enthusiasm. This marks the first net job loss since December 2020, with a revised decrease of 13,000 jobs reported for June. According to Diane Swank, chief U.S. economist for KPMG, a low pace of hiring and layoffs creates a precarious situation for new job seekers. Additionally, average hourly earnings grew by 3.7% from the previous year, the slowest increase since July of 2024, raising concerns about wages potentially falling behind inflation. For the first time in 4 years, the number of unemployed individuals surpassed job openings, with a ratio dropping to nearly 1-to-1. Heather Long, chief economist at Navy Federal Credit Union, noted that the job market is frozen, making it difficult for job seekers to find employment. But it's not AI. A recent survey by the Federal Reserve Bank of New York indicates that the adoption of artificial intelligence in the U.S. labor market is not leading to widespread job losses. In fact, only 1% of service firms reported job cuts due to AI, while none of the surveyed manufacturers have reduced their workforce as a result of AI use. The survey highlighted a significant increase in AI utilization, with 40% of service firms employing AI in the past 6 months, compared to just 25% the previous year. Furthermore, while 12% of service firms hired fewer people because of AI, 11% are actively seeking workers skilled in AI technologies. Richard Dietz, an economic policy advisor at the New York Fed, emphasized that instead of layoffs, many firms are retraining their existing employees, reflecting a shift in hiring practices rather than outright job losses. CompTIA broke down the tech jobs numbers. In August, the number of tech jobs across all sectors increased by approximately 247,000, bringing the unemployment rate for tech occupations to 3%. However, tech companies themselves reduced staffing levels by a net total of 2,311 positions. Job postings in the tech sector dropped by 2.6% from July, totaling 446,763 active listings. Notably, there was a significant increase in postings requiring skills in AI, with a 94% rise compared to the same month last year. Return-to-office mandates are prompting many workers to leave their jobs, while simultaneously helping employers reduce their workforce without resorting to layoffs. According to business leaders who spoke to the Federal Reserve's Beige Book, these mandates have led to attrition rather than formal layoffs, confirming suspicions that requiring employees to return to the office may serve as a disguised mean of workforce reduction. The push for return-to-office policies is also noted to coincide with employers implementing stricter performance metrics and reducing benefits. As a result, many employees are opting to quit rather than comply with the mandates, effectively making layoffs less costly for employers, as those who resign are typically ineligible for severance and health benefits. Why do we care? Well, cutting through the noise, the job market just hit the brakes. Only 22,000 jobs added in August. It's not a slow month, that's a stall. And the kicker? It's not AI. Despite all the doomsaying, AI isn't eating jobs. Yet. Only 1% of service firms report layoffs because of it, and manufacturers at 0. So the robots aren't here to fire us, they're just making everything messier. What is changing is job structure. Companies are retraining workers instead of firing them. AI job postings are through the roof, up 94% year over year. So the jobs are out there if you speak AI. Meanwhile, return-to-office mandates are becoming layoff light. Don't want to come back? Fine. Quit. That's attrition without severance. Efficient maybe, but it's a quiet war on flexibility. And we've got data that says flexibility makes companies perform. And here's where MSPs should pay attention. Clients are pulling back, job counts are volatile, and the AI buzz is high but hollow. You want to win in the market? Focus on outcomes. Help clients use AI, train their people, and measure the results. If you're viewed as driving revenue, you are essential. That's the strategic move. Are your customers getting the most from their Microsoft 365 Business Premium subscriptions? Are you delivering maximum value while ensuring best-in-class margins? Nerdio's new modern work features let you streamline the management of Microsoft technologies like Azure Virtual Desktop, Windows 365, Intune, and Defender. Reduce the need for multiple tools, consolidate your vendor stack, and deliver greater value to your customers. Help your customers maximize their investments, free up your team for strategic tasks, and drive meaningful business outcomes. With Nerdio Manager for MSP, a single, flexible platform with mix and match plans ensures a flexible, perfect fit for you and your customers. Deliver solutions that achieve real business impact. Visit getnerdio.com to find out more. Small business owners are facing increasing challenges as confidence in the effectiveness of their marketing efforts decline, despite ramping up investments. According to Constant Contact's 2025 Small Business Now report, only 18% of small and mid-sized businesses reported being very confident in their marketing outcomes, down from 27% the previous year. The report highlights a significant shift in marketing strategies, with 44% of businesses finding email to be their most effective channel, up from 23% in 2024. Additionally, nearly half of small and mid-sized businesses are adopting artificial intelligence in their marketing, which has led to improved performance metrics, particularly in email and social media campaigns. However, challenges remain, including data privacy concerns and limited time for marketing, with 42% of businesses having less than 1 hour per day to devote to these efforts. Economic pressures, including rising costs and tariffs, are also impacting operational strategies, with 44% of businesses citing increasing good costs as their primary concern. And The Verge notes we are seeing impacts of tariffs. The changes in U.S. trade policy have led to significant disruptions in consumer markets, with the removal of the de minimis exemption causing increased costs for imported goods. As a result, U.S. consumers are now facing additional duties on products, leading to price hikes and the suspension of shipping for various items, including crafting supplies and luxury goods. For example, the luxury apparel retailer Essence has begun displaying duties at checkouts, adding nearly $70 in taxes to a $326 hoodie. The impact is widespread, affecting industries from consumer electronics to crafting, with companies like Merchant and Mills announcing price increases of 15% due to new duties. I wanted to note here as well that nearly half of all personal computers are still running Windows 10, despite impending end of support set for next month. According to executives from Dell and HP, the transition to Windows 11 is ongoing, but slower than in previous years, particularly among small and medium-sized businesses. Enrique Loras, CEO of HP, noted that many businesses may opt for Microsoft's extended support packages for Windows 10 before making the upgrade, which will be available until October 2028 at escalating prices. Current trends show that consumer PC shipments have increased by 8%, while commercial shipments rose by 3% compared to the previous year. Artificial intelligence-enabled personal computers now make up about 25% of the market, exceeding earlier targets. Analysts expect shipments of these AI PCs to significantly increase, projecting they will represent more than half of the global market by 2026. However, rising costs due to tariffs on imported goods are also driving up average PC prices as manufacturers seek to adapt their supply chains to mitigate financial impacts. Why do we care? So here's the story. Small businesses are dumping more cash into marketing and feeling less confident it's working. That's a red flag. They're using AI tools and leaning into email again, but most of them barely have an hour a day to touch marketing. Sound familiar? Yep, tools without strategy equals frustration. Now layer in the new tariffs. That de minimis exemption, gone. Suddenly $70 in duties on a hoodie. That doesn't sound important, right? Until you realize your client's new laptops just got 15% more expensive. That's going to delay refreshes, stretch old gear, and make your quotes look bad unless you're planning for it. And about half of PCs are still on Windows 10. With end of support looming, you'd think we'd see a rush to upgrade. Nope. They're dragging their feet, hoping for extended support. Meanwhile, AI PCs are growing, but they're pricier and tariffs aren't helping. This is a chance for smart providers to lead, help your clients rethink marketing, prepare for the tariff shocks, and plan real migration strategies. Broadcom keeps giving me things to write about. From CIO Dive, Broadcom has initiated the second phase of its consolidation of VMware, transitioning over 90% of its largest customers to subscription-based services. CEO Hock Tan announced during a recent earnings call that the company aims to assist these customers in deploying and managing the VMware Cloud Foundation private cloud bundles effectively. In the third quarter of 2025, Broadcom reported a revenue increase of 22% year-over-year, reaching $16 billion, driven largely by sales in artificial intelligence semiconductors and continued growth within VMware. The company plans to focus on helping enterprise clients realize returns on their investments in private cloud solutions, with Tan stating that Broadcom will also offer advanced services, including security and disaster recovery. VMware currently serves about 300,000 customers, with the top 10,000 showing significant engagement with the new private cloud offerings. Why do we care? Here we go again, Broadcom giving us all ammo. They've now moved 90% of VMware's biggest customers onto subscription bundles. It's not modernization, that's consolidation, Broadcom style. Their VMware Cloud Foundation stack is the new flagship product, whether you like it or not. They're raking in the cash, $16 billion in Q3, up 22%. AI chips helped, but VMware's private cloud push is a big driver too. And here's the kicker. They're laser focused on the top 10,000 customers. If you're not in that club, you're probably paying more, getting less flexibility, and losing control over how you run your infrastructure. This is lock-in, not innovation. Providers supporting vSphere or hybrid environments are getting squeezed. You'll need to help clients either bite the bullet and adapt or make a real plan to get out. Alternatives like Nutanix, Proxmox, and Hyper-V just became way more relevant. This isn't just product strategy, it's survival strategy. If Broadcom controls the stack, you better control the relationship, or not be in that relationship at all. DarcyIQ has launched a new integration with Kaseya Autotask, aimed at enhancing the efficiency of managed service providers and IT service companies. The integration allows users to manage tickets, projects, and client accounts through natural language conversations, significantly streamlining operations. According to Travis Reel, Chief Technology Officer of Innovative Solutions, which developed DarcyIQ, this integration addresses the need for deeper connections with core operational systems. Early adopters have reported impressive results, including a 60% reduction in time spent on administrative tasks and a 45% faster ticket resolution time. The integration leverages a secure server architecture, ensuring data integrity while providing advanced AI capabilities for improved service delivery. Why do we care? So here's the punchline: Kaseya didn't build this. DarcyIQ is from another company, and it's solid natural language controls for Autotask tickets, projects, and accounts. Users say they're slashing admin time by 60% and closing tickets 45% faster. That's real operational lift. But let's be clear, this isn't Kaseya leading. This is the ecosystem stepping in to fix what should be native. In 2025, how is talk to your PSA not being baked in? Now sure, it's great the ecosystem's thriving. We want innovation like this. When third parties outpace the platform vendor itself, it's not just a feature gap, it's a platform signal. If core functionality is being left to outsiders, the center of innovation, and the loyalty that comes with it shifts away from the vendor. Over time, that weakens the vendor's grip on its user base and hands leverage to those who actually solve the pain points. MSPs need smarter tools. And if your PSA can't deliver AI natively, someone else will, and they'll own the relationship. That's leverage you don't want to give away. Thanks for listening. Today is International Literacy Day, National Boss Employee Exchange Day, and National Iguana Awareness Day. I'm previewing some upcoming additions to the show lineup on my Patreon at patreon.com/MSBRadio. Some new content is coming. Sign up now to get early access. The Business of Tech is written and produced by me, Dave Sobel, under ethics guidelines posted at businessof.tech. If you've enjoyed the show, make sure you've subscribed or followed on your favorite platform. It's free and helps directly. Give us a review, too. If you want to support the show, visit patreon.com/MSBRadio, and you'll get access to content early. Or buy our Why Do We Care merch at businessof.tech. Have a question you want answered? We take listener questions, send them in, ideally as a voice memo or video to question@mspradio.com. I answer listener questions live on our Wednesday live show on YouTube and LinkedIn. If you've got a comment or a thought on a story, put it in the comments if you're on YouTube, or reach out on LinkedIn if you're listening to the podcast. And if you want to advertise on the show, visit mspradio.com/engage. Once again, thanks for listening, and I will talk to you again on our next episode.
Part of the MSP Radio Network.